Hey guys, I'm Daisho and I'm here bringing you the brand new DLC for Duels of Planeswalkers Magic 2014. I'm really excited for this, as you can probably tell by my voice. Anyway, we're going to start with some dodge and burn. I couldn't find, or the 10th promo code wouldn't work for me. It's up, you can go look it up, just type in promo codes or whatever. So I didn't want to run the Samurai deck yet because the 10th promo is probably the best card in the deck. Actually, it is definitely the best card in the deck and might be the best card in the format. That card is so good that it's banned from Modern, which is just a format that includes a lot of really powerful stuff. And it's not even like it created an infinite combo, which is why most of the stuff in Modern is banned. It's just that powerful. But that alone doesn't mean it's going to be great in this format. So I'm really curious to see how it'll work. But anyway, let's jump into it. I'm just gonna basically completely build the deck right in front of you. I've looked at the deck list, but I haven't studied it intensively. I don't know what I'm gonna cut, what I'm gonna keep, what I'm gonna try and do. So before we take a look at these cards out here, let's look at the cards in the deck. So we got Pongify. I'm really not a fan of this card. It's a blue instant speed, destroy target creature, can't be regenerated. That controller puts a 3/3 green ape onto the battlefield. So if I'm gonna run any, it'll probably be one, but I really doubt I'm gonna run any. It's not unheard of that I would run them because I might have to deal with a creature early on that would just destroy me, and then I can take a couple of hits and then sweep it away later, but I really don't want to be taking hits from 3/3s, so 1-mana removal isn't always that good when they get such a big upside out of it. Anyway, Earthquake, we know what Earthquake does, it kills things. Banefire is just an X damage spell that if it's X or more can't be prevented. Hey look! 4 Kiln Fiends! What deck? Wait, were we playing the burn deck, or are we playing the blue-red deck? Alright, well, you know, I mean, not going to be upset about that. Remand, this card is actually really powerful. You might think that, I mean, they get to cast the spell anyway, so why is this card good? All it does is really slow them down, and unfortunately, it's pretty much a non-bow with Kiln Fiend, since it's only going to work if they're trying to kill your creature, but if they are trying to kill your creature, you're going to get some advantage out of it. Anyway, instant deal damage to each creature, you can just cycle it for 3 mana. Yeah, I'm going to take this card. It's going to definitely help you win a bunch of games, help slow down the early aggression of your opponents. Sweet. Whoa! Did they give me Searing Spears? Thank you, I appreciate that. You're real kind people. We Dragonauts, flying, Kiln Fiend, doesn't get quite as big. One of the best cards that, it's just, oh god, I love this card. You deal 2 damage divided as amongst you choose. If you can get 2 1 toughness things, that's awesome. If you can just kill a 2 toughness thing, that's awesome, because you get to draw a card anyway. You can always just cycle it, deal the 2 damage to their face. Cancel, we know what cancel is. Thoughtbind, this is interesting. You might think, well, why would I want to play this card when I can just play cancel? Well, this is a 2-color deck, and this is only 2 and a blue as opposed to cancel, which is 1 blue. So that would be one reason why you might think of running this card. I'm not sure if it's going to make the final cut. Some more burn, Char, 4 damage to target creature or player, 2 damage to you. This was like one of the premier burn spells for a very long time, but I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Probably not going to be running this one. It's just 3 mana and X just to deal damage to target creature or player is not very good. Drawing the cards would be nice, but I think that there's some better draw spells, like Compulsive Research, for instance. Draw 3 and then discard a land or whatever. Breaking Point, this card is pretty bad. If you need to sweep the board, then them taking 6 damage most likely won't do anything. This is another sweeper. It's 2 damage sweeper if you cast it instant speed, 3 damage if you cast it during your main phase. I don't know if I'll be running all of them, but I'll definitely be running some. Draining Whelk, I love this card, I already showed it to you. Future Sight is a really powerful card. Play the top card of your library revealed, you may play the top card of your library. It is 2 blue. So, blue. No, 2 blue. Blue? 2 blue. Sorry, I can't count. It's because 2 rhymes with blue. That's why I got confused. Anyway, this is a really strong card, so it might be hard to cast, but I think it might also be worth it. Charmbreaker Devils. This thing does craziness, and it's really good, but it doesn't do anything until the beginning of your next upkeep, and it's 6 mana, and it doesn't really seem like you want to tap out with this deck, so we'll see. Maybe it'll make the cut if I need a finisher. If not, I'll stick with Draining Whelk. Opportunity, target player draws 4, not bad. Fire Blast, good old Fire Blast. And then Spirit Away. So we went through all those cards. Let's take a quick look at these peek. Let's take a quick peek. Doesn't really do too much. Swerve, not going to run that one. Memory Lapse is really good. It's like Remand, except it puts it on top of their library, but you don't get to draw a card, so basically it takes away their next draw step and get it instead of giving you one. Another Starstorm is sweet. 2 more Wheat Dragonauts. Take a Cerebral Vortex. This was in the old one. Volcanic Fall is probably going to replace the sulfuric thing. Those cards we already saw. Browbeat's not very good in this deck. They're just going to take 5 damage, and maybe that'll be good for us. We'll see. It might just be a dedicated burn deck. I haven't decided if I'm going to be running counter burn or just burn with a little supportive counter. I don't know. We'll find out. Draining Whelk. Love this card. Really sweet if I'm going to be running the counter version. Mnemonic Wall. Probably not going to run this one. It's an interesting card, but it's pretty expensive, and I think that there's just a lot of things to do in this deck. This is sweet. It's like a Mind Control, except it's an instant or sorcery, which really helps out the deck. Spell Twine is not very good, and then Gin Illuminatus is an interesting finisher, but probably not going to be worth running. I would rather just, yeah, I'm gonna be running this one maybe. It has to be a target creature spell. I wish it was just any spell. If it were any spell, then I would definitely consider running it. But now let's go through here and put in the cards that I probably want to run. Not really sure about the memory lapses, but we'll find out. Putting in a lot of cards right now. I can definitely take them out. This one, I just don't think it's that good. And Draining Whelk. And then we'll leave this one, not that one, this one in the sideboard for now. Sorry, Spell Twine, if you want to read it, just pause the screen, but I'm not going to go ahead and read it. Alright, let's go ahead and take out all the bad cards. I don't think I'm going to rock Pongify, and I'm not even going to be taking out all the bad cards, I'm just going to be taking out a lot of extra cards. God, there are so many good cards in this deck. I don't think I'm going to be running the cancels, just too hard to cast. Sorry, Invoke the Firemind, Breaking Point. I'm going to at least cut 3 of the... I'll just cut all of them for now. Charmbreaker Devils. Not going to make the final cut. Spirit Away. So I still have a ton of cuts to make. So I think one interesting thing that I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to see how it would run if I want to just make it basically a dedicated burn deck. I could probably put these in here. Just to cycle. And get to my better burn quicker. I probably want the Remands and the Memory Lapses in. Let's see, what wouldn't I run if I were to run it as a burn deck? Maybe get rid of these Thought Binds, Compulsive Research, sorry, Future Sight, Draining Well, just basically the top end. I guess I don't really need these peaks. How many lands is this? This is way too many lands. I just have 5 too many lands. It's probably going to be like 8, 12. Alright, so this is 24 land. This is a deck. This is definitely a deck. I mean, I've got all these things to slow him down on 2. Maybe Starstorm. It doesn't deal damage to creatures. I mean, it doesn't deal damage to players. And like, what do I want? Do I want to just be killing my dudes? Probably not. In fact, these sweepers are definitely ill-advised in this version. I definitely want to give this build a try, but I think for the beginning, I'm gonna try and build it a little slower and less like burn focused. Tossing the Future Sight and these Charmbreaker Devil, or these Draining Whelks. We'll try one opportunity for now. Get rid of these 2. Get rid of a couple of chars. Like, too many chars is gonna deal too much damage to me. I'll drop maybe a Kiln Fiend and a Remand, and then maybe another Remand. Remand is not like super good in a slow deck. It's a lot better in an aggro deck. 2 more cuts. Maybe I just want to be cutting Fire Blast. Sounds weird, but I don't really need that. Yeah, I guess we can probably cut. Oh, God. Maybe cut a Compulsive Research, and then we'll cut this Volcanic Geyser. Maybe I need that Volcanic Geyser. I already have 2 Banefires. I don't need another one. All right. This deck is pretty interesting. Like, it could definitely do with another land. see. How are we in terms of splits? There's that Future Sight, which is just going to be super impossible to cast. May just not be worth trying to run in. Like there's plenty of stuff that I can run in this deck instead. Just tossing that Compulsive Research. I mean, it's obviously not as powerful, but yeah, this deck looks nice. I think I'm gonna end up liking the burn deck more, but just as a start, we'll go sort of in the middle ground. This is really awkward because like the curve stops at 3 and then starts up again at 6. But I do have a bunch of spells that I like. These Banefires and Earthquake and Starstorm can all be cast at some point in the middle of the curve. So really, there's nothing really that I want to play. I mean, there's these Sulfurous Blasts. I guess I can try one of them instead of a Compulsive Research. Now, I mean, there's a bunch of sweepers in this deck. Maybe this deck does need something at the top end, or an opportunity. Let's try a Charmbreaker Devils instead of a Fire Blast. That way we can get a couple of different things, like if Opportunity is good enough, if Charmbreaker Devils is good. Actually, let's just try the second Opportunity. I think that Opportunity is just going to end up being a lot better, because this deck has a ton of burn, so I can probably just burn him out if I cast Opportunity at their end step. So, yeah, let's go. Let's just jump right into a game. I suspect that there's going to be a ton... I was about to say, I suspect that there's going to be a ton of people playing since the DLC just came out, like, in the past hour, but I guess nobody knows about it yet. Alright, buddy. I really hope that I play against somebody who doesn't have the DLC, and then they're like, what's going on? How are you casting all these spells? Yeah, this one will work. Got a couple of sweepers, and then good old Wee Dragonauts. Alright, and he is playing good old zombies. So, zombies are pretty good against this starting hand. Compulsive Research should be a good one. Oh man, this is exciting, guys. This is definitely exciting. I think that the burn deck is going to end up being better. Alright, we're going to get our Wee Dragonauts to block this thing eventually. Butcher Ghoul is a little bit annoying, but I mean, we do have sweepers for a reason. But man, I hope I draw Searing Spear so I can kill his Lord next turn, because I'm going to be taking a boatload of damage early on. I do have 2 sweepers, which is nice, so I can actually get rid of that Butcher Ghoul. But I definitely am going to get a mountain here so I can play my Starstorm. Drawing an island there is less than ideal, but it's not the worst thing, I guess. So yeah, turn 3 I'm going to drop this Wee Dragonaut. Starstorm does to each creature, so I'll probably want to end up doing it for 2, but I think I was going to do it for 2 pretty much no matter what. Alright, he's just going to spend this turn drawing cards, which is not bad for me, because, well, some of his cards are actually... Oh, and he's got a Quest for the Gravelord. That's a bad one. There's no bounce in this deck, is there? Now that I think about it. That's pretty bad. I definitely need some bounce. Yeah, that guy's gonna hurt. Once that thing gets out there. Sulfurous Blast. God. I think I'm just drawing like a significant amount of these burn spells. I don't think that there are that many of them. But that's a pretty good one. I mean, this one, it's N each player. Alright. If he does attack with this, I'll block it. Because then I can kill it, and then I can go ahead and sweep the board. What's he saying? Yup. Just came out today. Happy face. So he has no idea what kind of cards are in this deck, which is pretty cool. But... yeah, this Quest for the Gravelord is going to be a beating. It's going to fill up like next turn. Yeah, alright, I mean, at least I'm going to be able to wipe his board. Well, I can wipe it with a Sulfurous Blast. $5 for 5 decks. $1 each to pay for the unlocks. So if you have no idea what's been going on, then... that should help, right? Alright, I'm down to 13. Another Wee Dragonauts. I don't really think that I can afford to wait. So yeah, I'm just gonna cast this Sulfurous Blast. I think so. But this actually, this one card is seeming like the end of me. Man, this thing's an instant. That's so good. Unfortunately, that is going to be rough. I really wish that he had played a Lord too. Unfortunately, yeah, he's just going to be able to fill this quest up, sacrifice it, get his Gravecrawler back. I'm down to 11 and he's got 7 power on board next turn. Yeah, this is going to be a difficult one to win. I do have Wee Dragonauts to block. Alright. So I can like yeah, I can Wee Dragonauts, Starstorm for 2 and block and kill that, but I'm gonna have to take 1 hit from it. And that's the only thing I can do this turn. Yeah, I can Starstorm for 0 to give my guy +3/+3, but that's unlikely to be relevant. I'm still 2 turns away from being able to kill this thing with Starstorm, unfortunately. Just kill it outright, but I can trade Tendrils of Corruption. Yeah, that's not good. So now I'm down to 4. And yeah, I don't know if there's anything that I can draw here. I mean, I can draw a creature to survive another turn, but long term, I don't know how this is gonna go. All right, let's Compulsive Research. Draw 3 cards, discard a land. There's a Kiln Fiend, so I can survive another turn. Unfortunately. Oh, wait, no. No, then I can Starstorm away his guys. So if he doesn't kill me this turn, then I should actually live. Oh my god, there is some sort of maniacal evil party going on outside, and I have no idea why. Yeah, he might have like a Sign in Blood or a Corrupt here. Or even a Grave Titan would get me. Alright, well, looks like we may yet survive to fight another day! Opportunity. Alright, so we've got 7 mana, so we can cast this Starstorm to deal to deal 5 damage to each creature. Hopefully he drops a Lord here. I don't know what he's holding on to in his grip of amazing, wonderful cards. Boop, 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 boop. But I definitely suspect that things are not going to go well for me, considering that most of my sweepers deal damage to me as well. It's like I need to draw another Starstorm to sweep his board again, most likely. Unless he's just holding Swamps in hand or something. Right, there's a Liliana's Reaver, and then a Gravecrawler. So, I mean, my opponent's definitely done a good job of not overextending. So yeah, this is gonna be a tough one to win. So I can't use that one. Yeah, I just took too much damage too early, but I just needed like 1 more turn to stabilize, draw 4 cards, like, yeah. Banefire, kill that. Oh, so close. So close. I definitely could have come back from this one. My opponent basically had a nut draw, and I think that's why I lost. Like, I mean, realistically, he played Gravecrawler, Quest for the Gravelord, Butcher Ghoul, and Fleshbag Marauder in the first 4 turns. Like, those are just cards that are good against my specific deck. Grave Betrayal, okay. And then he also had the removal to back it up, so yeah, he was able to remove both my creatures, which was really annoying. He should have attacked with his Gravecrawler, because like I could have drawn Searing Spear there. Interesting. But that was awesome. I really enjoyed that game. I hope you guys did too. And hopefully we can get another game either with this guy or with another guy. This guy seems like a a pretty competent player. He definitely, oh, he's gonna go check out the DLC. But yeah, let's go grab another game here, because this deck is fun to play. I mean, I'm sorry, like there is no way that if you have a pretty good deck build that you're not gonna enjoy playing this game or this deck extremely well. Like no matter how you build this deck, it's gonna be fun. I hope you guys are as excited for this as I am. Otherwise, I just sound like an idiot. But man, this is just an exciting time to be playing duels. I'm probably gonna do this whole thing where I just take my first look at it. I mean, I've seen the decks, but do my first editing of it right in front of you. That way you can see my genuine reactions to how good I think these cards are. All right, let's dodge some people and then burn them. All right, this one's not gonna be a keeper. This one is. Very sweet hand. I can fetch on turn 1, so now I have double of each, which means that I can cast any spell in the deck because I took Future Sight out. And then I have Compulsive Research just as a pretty good play on turn 3. And it'll pump up my Kiln Fiend, so if he doesn't have a creature, then be in great shape. Didn't need that land, but at least it means I'll definitely have something to discard to Compulsive Research next turn, because if I only had 2 lands and I might not want to discard another one, I don't really know. Alright, so he's let off with a couple islands. They don't really look similar to these, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. And he's got a Gossamer Phantasm, so he's probably just going to trade, unless I have something to say about that. I could just I don't want to Starstorm yet. Although, I'll definitely draw into more sweepers, right? Alright, let's go for it. It's funny, because it seems like such a waste, but right here I'm getting in for an extra 3 damage, and I'm killing his creature. So, it's definitely a value for a card. It just seems like I can get more value out of Starstorm if I waited a couple more turns. But yeah, he's got another Gossamer Phantasm, so I could have just gotten the 2-for-1 there. But still, I'm pretty happy that I made the play that I did. I think it was okay. So we're just going to Compulsive Research. Depending on what I draw, I may just send in the Kiln Fiend, force him to block. Yeah, I mean, I've got a Remand. I've got, oh, Remand, Searing Spear. I'm definitely just going to discard a Mountain here. Yeah. All right, we're just gonna hold back because next turn we can Searing Spear something, and then this deck is so good, and it has such a favorable matchup against Mind Maze. It's ridiculous. I'll probably drop the Wee Dragonauts next turn too. Lord of the Unreal, not a problem, unless he's got an image here too. Yeah, okay, so a little bit more of a problem, but this deck can actually beat that combo. All I need is just another sweeper, and then I can just sweep the board for 3, which will be pretty sweet. But yeah, alright, so I'm down to 16, not the end of the world. Char. That's a good one. I'm probably just going to Searing Spear, Lord of the Unreal, and I'm definitely going to attack. Just trying to decide if I think I should play Wee Dragonauts, probably. Because I actually might just be able to kill him next turn. He's not going to block this, obviously. And Char will deal 4, 8. No, I will be 1 damage short of killing him with just Char. But, no, that's not going to work either. Like, I was thinking, what you can do, which is really weird, it's a little bit disadvantageous, but like you can cast Char and Remand if you have extra cards in your hand that are useless and you want to cycle one of them. It's really bad, obviously, but it's like a decent worst case scenario kind of apocalyptic shittiness. All right, so what I can do though is what? He didn't bring his Lord of the Unreal? Now that is weird. Alright, so drew that land. Probably should not have played it, but I want to play one this turn anyway, since I want to play Compulsive Research and Char this turn. Alright, so we gotta drop a couple here, but Electrolyze is a good one. Alright, so now I can attack. Man, Electrolyze is good. I can attack with both mine. He can trade both. But yeah, I can. Yeah, he has Unsummon. I have Remand. I'm just trying to figure out if I need to do this. I can Remand it, give both my guys pumps. Then he's gonna have to chump block here or trade here. But if I just say okay, he's probably just gonna eat that. Yeah, okay. I need to remand. I don't need to remand it, but remanding it seems better for me. Yeah, now he's taking lethal, so he needs to chump block. And he's probably going to just take the Kiln Fiend damage, which means that I can kill him next turn with a Char. Because there's really no way that he gets extra. I mean, I guess he could counter it, but he is going to block the Kiln Fiend. Interesting. Oh, I couldn't kill him next turn with a Char. What am I talking about? Char only does 4 damage, not 5. But I could have killed him with Char Electrolyze. Now I'm going to need to either draw something or... Yeah, I mean, like, what other decks in this game could deal with... could actually win games where your opponents went Lord of the Unreal into Phantasmal Image? Like, none, right? Alright, he's probably going to bring both. Which means that I might just have this game. He might have a cancel for my Char or my Electrolyze. Damn, this thing, if this came in untapped, that'd be very good right now. Alright, okay, so what are the options? So I can see, what I want to do is I want to just attack him for 1, take him down to 6, and then Banefire him X equals 5. He can't counter it. Because I'm pretty sure he's got something or he wouldn't have attacked with this. So, can we win a game if... Alright, I should definitely do this before attacks. Because I want to hold this thing back if it doesn't work. Alright, we're just going to do this. I haven't completely thought it through, but I think this is the right play. There's a Starstorm. If he had a counter, he probably would have used it. Dead to an unsummon either way? Well, that's bad. But if I hold my guy back, then I'm not dead to unsummon, I'm dead to cancel as well. Huh. What can we do here? I don't think that there's anything that I can do to make me not lose. I'm gonna go no, attacking is dumb, right? Yeah, no, attacking is not dumb, because if he doesn't have unsummon or cancel, then I win this game. Oh my god, I just charred myself. Alright, he had cancel anyway. Whoops. But... Man, that's pretty funny, actually. I hope he responds to me. He didn't respond. Whoops. So, you shouldn't do that. That's not a good idea. Definitely not a good one. But I would definitely play this one more time. Man, I've been Been rocking this one for a while. In fact, I'm just gonna pause the recording. Oh, he left. He didn't even tell me if he had canceled. Oh well, I guess the cat's still dead. But yeah, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna